Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to yet another wonderful edition of the X Factor of Safety live stream podcast. All that good stuff that we like to do over here. Live streaming on the radio. We've been live streaming for about 4 minutes on the radio now. It's about 3 after the hour. So, without further ado, let me first introduce the man, the host, the co-host with the most, my man Jarrod. What's going on, brother? What's going on? We're back. We're back, brother.
Good to see you,
So,
brother.
no, it's good to see you again. We just seen you not too long ago, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no, it's
Last
definitely
week.
good. Yeah, last week. So, and then we won't leave our VIP guest that we have. And again, I called Jared my co-host because he's the one that brings these wonderful guests and puts us in contact and the networking that we end up doing. So, without further ado, let me introduce Miss Saki Anderson.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Saki, how are you?
Hi. How's it going? What's up,
Good. How
Joe?
are you?
I'm doing very good.
Are you
Hey.
nervous? What's up?
Yes. And again, Saki Anderson is a little nervous, so we're gonna go ahead and ease her into this live stream and podcast very gently. So, first and foremost, Saki, thank you for taking the time out to be here with us and to give us a little bit about you and about where you're coming from and who you're with. So everybody knows Jared, J-Rod, as he puts on there. But everybody knows Jared. He's a top-notch guy, safety individual that has a passion for people and for bringing them together. So I greatly appreciate you taking the time out to co-host this with me, J-Rod. So
Are you in the
ask
office,
away.
Jared?
Yeah, in the office.
Oh, I see.
I love
in
that.
Decal.
I love that.
Ah.
That will end up being me tomorrow because it's going to be we got to pour tomorrow. So long day,
my.
long day. So, Saki, let everybody know who you are,
Yes.
where you come from, what do you do?
Yes, of course. Well, my name is Saki Anderson. I am the national sales manager from Slice, a company called Slice. And yes, without further ado, I am Japanese from Japan. Grew up in Japan. Came here when I was 18 or so, and started to work Slice about 4 years ago. Yeah,
Nice,
four
nice.
years, 4 5 years. Yes.
So now
Yeah.
let me ask the question because again, like I said,
Yes.
and I said in the beginning, how Jared brought all of us together. How do you
Uh,
and Jared know each other?
yeah, Jared.
So
you
one
you
day I
found
was
us,
in Japan. No,
right?
do you want me to tell the story, or you want to hit it?
Yes,
Okay,
because
so I'll tell you. I'll
you
tell you
found
what happened.
us, right?
Yeah. So I was working on a data center in San Antonio, and we were trying to be innovative and to protect people, and one of the things we were going through was kind of a rash of hand injuries and even arm injuries uh, from cutting tools. And luckily we were able to case manage a lot of those, but they could have really turned into recordables and
Mm-hmm.
injury. So every injury is not what we want, and then the cost, and then the the recordables. It just adds into bad stuff. And so I was approached by the construction manager of the data center, so the customer side, and said, Jared, find us a tool that works. And
Mm-hmm.
so I went on the hunt, and I kept calling companies. Hey, so tell me about your tool. Yeah, it does this, and this. I said, what's the difference between that one and something I can get at Home Depot? I mean, what is the difference? Where in the hierarchy control have you decided to uh, go from making this really cool looking
Mm-hmm.
to a cool looking gimmick, right? What are you doing different? And no one is doing anything different. It's just
Mm-hmm.
they look cool, right. They're cool colors and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
and the functions are all the same. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was scratching my head on this one, and I just was like searching. I do not like gimmicks. And so on LinkedIn, there's this beautiful picture of the slice cutting tool. And I was like, went on YouTube and I started watching this, and I realized that I needed to call them because they're doing something from an engineering standpoint, in the hierarchy control. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
eliminating at the top some of the safe or putting in safeguards to eliminate some exposures to the blades, but also when the blade is unsleeved from its safe position, it has an engineering control in it, and that comes with the material it's made by. And so
Mm-hmm.
I heard all this, and then so I called Saki, and we started talking, right? And so we
Mm-hmm.
got on, and I was like, "Look, I'm bringing you to a data center. This place is, $500 million. There's a lot of people here. Convince me, please.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what?
Nice,
I
nice.
right.
And
So
don't
I
mean to
flew in.
interrupt the story on how you guys,
Uh-huh.
but we have our other VIP guest,
Whoa!
the man, and he has his
Yes.
mic muted. TJ, can you hear us?
I can now.
There you
There
are.
you go. Hey,
Hey!
TJ.
Yay.
How are you
All
guys?
right, so I'm gonna rearrange us real quick.
Thank you.
Bam, bam. There you go. And then I made this cool little overlay. I love our overlay stuff. So there we go.
Mm. Yes.
But no,
Thank you.
welcome TJ. We were just getting to know Saki and how Jared and Saki met and how this
Mm-hmm.
great networking ended up coming about. So TJ, let everybody know who you are and how you get involved in the mix of this and Slice.
It's nice to see you guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, great. Thank you for inviting us. First of all, Saki and I are really happy to be here. And Sorry for being late. Jarrod, what are you wearing, man? I love what you're wearing.
It's my Cali country ensemble here.
I like it. Well, well, I founded Slice like 12 years ago, maybe, I guess it was. And then we got into the safety business, I always say by accident, because I didn't actually know the safety business existed. And over the years, we just met a lot of nice people. Two of them right there with you. And it's been a lot of fun, I have to say. It's been a lot, and it keeps getting more fun every year too. So I've been really fortunate. We've really enjoyed it.
No, and Jarrod, before you joined, they were talking about how Jarrod was looking for a tool on a construction site that is well rounded, well engineered to help with reducing injuries, preventing injuries in essence. So, how did you come up with the idea of the knife? What you're from initial conception all the way up into getting to the safety space.
It was actually a complete accident that we stumbled across this blade. I originally made this little cutter, this little safety cutter, which is still one of our better sellers, our little 00200. That one Saki's holding up there. And Saki is originally from Japan, and Saki, I saw that originally in Japan, but we made our own version of it. Yeah, we made our own version of it, and it had that little tiny ceramic blade, and it was just a really cute thing. And then people started asking for longer blades, different handles. But when we made the longer blade, we could have made it really sharp because our tools aren't safe because they're ceramic. The blades are safe because the way we angle the grind. It's a special grind on there that we just stumbled upon by accident. So. Yeah, there you go. So that blade could actually be really sharp if we wanted it to be. It could be as sharp as metal, sharper than metal, much sharper. But we make it not as sharp. And actually, we could put that same grind on a metal blade if we wanted to. But the problem is that metal blade gets real dull real quick, of course, and it rusts and all the other challenges with metal. So that's how we got into it. And then I met Jarrod about a year ago, last month, I think, and he was kind enough to have us down at his facility there and hosted us, and I learned so much in a short period of time, specifically on that trip about drywall cutting. Still, I don't think that was like a drywall 101 course and what the guys wanted. That was so helpful. And then we tried to develop a knife based on that. And I think at the end of this month or early next month, Jarrod, I should finally have something for you to hold in your hands.
So I've got this that I'm waiting to say I want this many of this, and I'm waiting for that drywall. I really am.
And actually, it usually takes us 2 years to develop a product, at least 2 years. We did this one really quick. It's quick for us anyway. Some people may go, wow, that's really slow. But it took us a little bit over a year from when I met with you to actually having inventory. I think we'll have inventory by the end of January at the latest. But I'll have samples to you pretty soon. So thank you for your support. I'm really excited to see what this drywall knife could do. I hope you like it.
So, and you said it takes about 2 years. Now, is that on the R&D portion of it, actually researching it, trial, error, putting it out to use after so many cuts, and then you get feedback? And how does that work out without giving all the business of Slice? And
well, we're a small company, and we don't have a ton of engineering human resources, so we only have a couple engineers, and we have a lot of ideas. We want products we want to make. So typically we meet every week or two to go through our product engineering meetings and see the progress of each of our products that we have under development. And we get feedback from our customers as we go along the way, find out what they need. And then we try to develop the product based on their needs and what's possible to manufacture. And we have a certain design look we also want to maintain along the way. And then we make lots of prototypes. We test them. We give them to people to try and back and forth. And sometimes things get stuck. If we run into a challenge that we can't overcome, it could be months before we figure it out. That really delays things. We didn't have too many challenges with this product. It was pretty straightforward with the features that it needed. And then we go into a tooling phase where we open up a tool to create the tool. And that takes about 90 days right there by the time you pay the money for the factories to open up the tooling and create various levels until it becomes ready for production. Then you go to production. That's usually about another 60 to 90 days on top of everything else. So that right there is about a half a year on top of the engineering and all the prototypes. So I mean, some companies do it a lot faster, that's for sure. But we don't have a ton of products. We just try to focus on what our customers tell us they need, which is great because we don't have to guess. Everyone tells us what they need. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I was looking at the website and doing some, research prior to, and it was like 60 different knives that you guys have on there. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think I counted. That's how many I counted. But along with all the other blades and attachments and everything that was on there. Saki, how did you get involved with Slice and the marketing portion of it and doing the national thing?
Poor Saki. She had bad luck. That's actually.
That's right. Well, I was being a consultant and doing sales and business in so many different companies and so many different industries that I was working in. And I was keep looking for something that I can commit to, actually. If I could decide with one company, maybe that can be fun, right? Because I was constantly working with 30 different companies and going from selling $3 sponge through $3 million machines. And that was fun, definitely. Textile through wedding dress, or could be, I don't know, anything in houseware, table through anything that you can think of, chemicals, dental equipment. So
basically, Amazon. You're running
everything. Amazon. I just did everything, and it was fun. But this was so amazing when I first looked at my Craigslist page of TJ, TJ's advertisement, and I thought, wow, this is probably fun. And we talked on the phone, and I studied so much before I met him. And
she showed up with a notebook at the first show we did, taking notes like studiously.
So
that's good.
And I listened to his demo like 1,000 times to remember what he said exactly, each word, everything. And
how did you not fall asleep watching that?
Right. It was so much fun being on.
You can't fall asleep watching Saki.
Right. So yeah, that's how we kind of started, and now here I am. Being around TJ for a while, for 4 years.
Poor Saki. Sorry, Saki.
No,
yes.
And so, the getting into the space and different spaces that you're in, again, getting into the safety space.
Safety. Yeah.
It's really, again, hand injuries we try to prevent, especially on the commercial side where you're doing a lot of drywalling, your hospitals, your schools, those types of things. How is the presentation when you go out to sell Slice in a sense?
Yeah. How is it? Well, that's a good
give us
question.
give us a 30-second pitch of what you're gonna tell me if I'm looking to buy Slice. Sell me on it.
Oh,
ready, go.
Wow. Oh, ready, go. Well, we manufacture and design a cutting tool that it's all safe to the touch and it lasts 10 times longer compared to metal knives. It's non-conductive, no sparking, chemically inert, and never rust. And well, is that 30 seconds enough? Or
Yeah, that's pretty good. And
I
so,
can go a
so
little more.
that's
I
where
can
we
get
cut
deeper,
off in
go
the
deeper.
story. Is I asked Saki, convince me that you all are different than. So not only there's two things that I noticed is one, I didn't feel sold to with Slice. One, I felt like there was this passion coming from a belief of this product. More than just I was just listening to TJ and he said 2 years. It's because they like to perfect things. Like it needs to be perfect because it's going in the hands of people. But when I spoke to Saki, she did exactly that, but it wasn't a sales pitch. It was a convincing pitch. It was our tool does this, this, and this. What do you mean it's a gimmick? And so I was like, look, sold. Like now, I told her, I said, get a display, and we're gonna bring in all of the trade partners and the craft, and they're gonna put you to the test. And they did. I mean, they brought
that
in.
was a busy day.
So that's where TJ came in. Saki invited TJ, and it was one of the most amazing safety networking experiences I've ever had. To watch safety happen the right way, build relationships, and to develop a whole new tool and to put it in the hands of people. It's amazing.
See, and I think the biggest takeaway from that story and that networking and, like you said, safety is you guys brought value to a something that is near and dear to everybody's heart on a construction site. We use our box cutters, we use our utility knives, day in and day out on, again, cutting drywall knives, those types of things. So it brought value in such a simple way as changing out my knife that I can get from Lowe's to something I can get from Slice, right? And again, you sold it. And in safety, that's really what it has to boil down to. You have to be sold on and believe what the product is. Most people don't believe in safety. Some people say I've done it for like that for 20 years. But once you get people like Jarrod, some of the individuals that are on here, Mr. Donald Kramer, Jesus Valencia, that are out there selling it day in and day out and convincing that there's a value behind it. It's great. So I'm ready to have you on the site, Saki. So you've already sold me in that little 30 seconds. Same with you, TJ. I want you guys to come out to the site. That'd be great.
I apologize. I forgot where is the new site at? Is it outside Chicago, right?
For Jarrod, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for Jarrod's, okay.
Yes.
And where is your site at?
I'm in San Angelo, Texas right now.
Oh, okay. So that one's still in Texas. Okay, great. So we get to hit both top and bottom. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Did a barbecue and a Chicago dog.
Yeah, that's right. You moved. You moved outside Chicago, didn't you, Jarrod?
Yeah. So my family's in Orlando. I don't want to say names of companies and stuff like that, but we moved from San Antonio. We got recruited over to Orlando, and then right as we got to Orlando, we got recruited out into this project, which is one of the larger data centers in the nation, and a great customer. So I'm out here in DeKalb, Illinois, as the safety director of this program, which is 45 minutes from Saki. So definitely looking forward to a future. I could tell you one of the ways that I'm going to utilize the program, unless that's a question you got coming up later, Pedro.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
you're the co-host.
Right. So I did try to make it tangible to some safety professionals. Like, how do you? So first of all, there's always bureaucracy in every program. It's always difficult to make change, but there's always options if you think about it the right way. So what I figured out is a knife buyback program. So what we're going to do is we're going to purchase a set amount of Slice products. it's very hard to say in a manual, you must use this. Two reasons. One, there could be a conflict of interest. And then two, if someone does get hurt with that, you said I had to use that. So how do we get around it? Well, we say this is what we believe is the best product, the best practice. So we buy a bunch of these products, probably out of the Slice menu. There's probably gonna be about 10, and they have scrapers now, which are, you might have always had them. I just know that's something I want because I'm watching these folks scrape.
She has everything there.
I have everything.
Wow.
There you go.
That is awesome. I love it.
Do you have a blue roller skate?
Yeah.
What?
So knife buyback program. What do? We buy some products that we think are going to be beneficial to the folks out there. Now, you don't tell them when you're going to give them out. What you do is you go out to Stretch and Flex or Stretch and Bend, and you say, you have them laid out, right? You say, all of you guys with those shanks out there, they have like sharpened toothbrushes and like an axe that they pull out, and
the sword, yeah.
So, you say, okay, we want to take all the shanks, right? And we have a bucket. And what you do is you drop your shank in the bucket and you get your product that's tried and true. And so that's a way to get them in the hands of people by choice, right? So they drop it in the bucket. The next thing you know, now the one, we'll get to the drywall knife later. But that seems to work. Now, why do you not tell them? Because they'll bring in stuff from home, okay?
They'll bring in their wife's kitchen knives, yeah.
Okay, and so you just, and it's fair, I get it. Shoot, man, I would love to get Slice products in everybody's house. We got them.
That's really smart. I wouldn't have thought about that.
So that's how I kind of am using the product, and then getting it visual, and then I'm going to get some banners from Slice and put them up in our craft tent just to let them know it exists, more and more. So immersion.
Yeah, definitely. No, and great conversation. Let me hit some of the comments. Mike Ben said, brought out the squad tonight. Mike Ben, from those that don't know Mike Ben is from Songboarding. Shameless plug there. Love what he does. Hit him up, songboarding.com.
Oh, Mike.
Mr. Allen.
Yeah. Saki danced to his rap.
Nice.
Yes, that's right.
Video
I danced.
Mr. Allen, Robert Allen Carvel from Georgia. How are you, sir? Good to see you, Uncle Al. Jesus, good evening. Houston in the house. Yes, sir. H-Town. Mr. Kramer, let's go. Hey, guys. Happy Wednesday. He also said, hello, Miss Slice. He was talking to you, Saki.
Hello.
I hope
He said he was looking forward to see it on the market. Looking forward to see what it is. D. Gordon, hi D. She said, I'm drywalling, mom on a mission. So, again, this is possibly an episode that you want to stay tuned into. Thank you, Mr. Joseph, because he gave I think Alan asked what the website was, and it's spiceproducts.com.
Oh, okay. Good. Thanks, Joe.
Mike Flynn said, love the knife buyback idea. Yeah, that's going to be a big hit.
That is a genius idea, dude. Very smart.
Mad scientist.
Yeah. Donald said, awesome idea. He needs a new set of hunting knives. So, and again, having those types of ideas and that forward thinking, even with what you guys do at Slice, that forward thinking and understanding the value that it brings to not only, your end user, but you guys in house, because now you're able to say, we build this quality product. It'll take us, a year and a half to get it fine tuned. But once it gets out there, it's going to be, and like Jarrod says, tried and true.
Good job.
So, are you guys coming out with a knife for Thanksgiving, cutting turkeys, that type of stuff?
No,
actually, he's like, nope.
We had designed for us some kitchen knives a long time ago, but kitchen knives have to be super sharp, so it just doesn't go along with our message. So sadly, no, because they were really nice kitchen knives, but just doesn't go along with the message.
Nice. Okay. No, that and that's good. So now moving, forward again, 2020 has been a very trying year for everybody. How has it affected Slice? How has it affected you guys personally? And what are you guys looking forward to in 2021?
Well, restaurants being open would be nice, wouldn't it? Especially you guys in
That's right.
Chicago area have so many nice restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we Saki and I did a lot of trade shows, but no trade shows anytime soon. So that's been an adjustment too. But we've been fortunate because my friends that own restaurants, it's been a rough time, or other businesses that have been really affected.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what are you
And
looking forward to in 2021, TJ?
Oof, it's back to normal would be nice, wouldn't it? Just some more shows. Go visit the sites would be nice. I mean, I miss
Yeah.
visiting customers, but I haven't really visited many customers, so I miss that a lot. I'm like when we went to visit Jarrod's site, that was just amazingly interesting for me. It's always interesting to see things that you don't normally see.
Right.
mhm.
Nice. What about you, Saki?
It's been, of course, it's very hard for especially owners. Very stressful year must be, but for salespeople, I think it was a very exciting year. It's such a change and very challenging. We have a very small staff, and it was always deals coming, 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 and we're just so used to being reactive
Mm-hmm.
to something coming to you. But now is the time that you get to actually go and do things. Yes, it's virtual, but you got to be creative and you got to get adjusted.
Right.
Just like anything else, moving on from metal knives to slice, you got to be adjusted. And that's how it is. That's the change. So it was very exciting year to me. And it's still exciting and it's so busy every day for us, luckily.
Right.
And that created all this stay at home, created a lot of uh, package labeling and packaging, and everything is packaged. And you're gonna have to open.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's it's not a bad thing.
You
Open it
guys,
the safe
and the
way.
thing. Go ahead, Jared.
You got to open it the safe way with
Yes.
slice.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Open
You
it
gotta
the safe
open.
way, and again, this can be put
That's
on
your
the
slogan,
commercial.
brother. Open it the safe way.
Yes.
Open it the safe way
Open it the safe way.
with
Yep.
Slice.
Mhm.
So, and again, you guys have now cornered the market, especially in this 2020 pandemic year. Everything's getting shipped. Everything is in packages. Everything is now, and like you said, you can't get to those virtual shows or not those trade shows. Everything is now virtual. How is that being done on your guys' end? Are you going to do any trade shows virtually, or are you, setting up, maybe like a virtual, you know, booth type deal?
We haven't done them yet, and not to say we wouldn't, but we haven't done them yet. No. Um,
Mhm.
I like this format here where we get to talk and ask questions. So I'm open to them. I
Mhm.
just haven't seen one yet that we've decided to do.
Got you.
Right.
No, definitely. I think especially coming in 2021, and Zoom meetings have skyrocketed. They've, again, I like doing this, the live stream, and actually having guests and interactive conversations. But as far as some of the big trade shows and safety conferences that end up happening, where you get a lot of directors and people that make decisions and stuff like that, I think they have all gone virtual for next year. I think they
Mhm.
don't start doing anything until 2022, which is kind of again, you got to figure out what 2021 is going to bring before we start planning, those big things. But I think you guys cornered the market so well with the product that you have, and just listening and seeing Saki pull out all her different, whop, whop, whop. I got all the products right there, but it's such a great product because, again, it brings value. It's sophisticated yet simple.
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I just thought of that. So what are you guys doing for the holidays? Now that we know who Slice is, now that we know who you guys are, what are y'all doing for the holidays?
Working.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you. Are you having any family over? And I talked about this yesterday on my fireside chat. Some people were talking about doing virtual Thanksgiving. They, where they set up a couple cameras and Zoom meetings and, cast it to the TV just so you can see everybody, and then everybody can see the different views that you might have. But to stay safe, are you guys visiting family for Thanksgiving or?
We're staying close to home. Yeah, we're keeping it small.
Nice.
For us too.
Same. What about you, Jarrod?
Jarrod, you?
Yeah,
Going back to Orlando?
Going back to Orlando. The Tomassi posse, there's already 6 of us. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's a big one.
No, there's 6. No, there's 6 of us too. So
Yeah, we're done.
Right. You
definitely.
guys both have 4 kids. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Even Saki and I combined don't have 4 kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
There's
mine
an
are all
uncle,
girls.
a new aunt right there.
Wow.
Send them over for vacation.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all girls. All girls.
Right.
My oldest actually right now
Never seen
is
a bathroom.
No. My oldest is actually doing her drive time right now. Her scheduled drive time. She got her permit. Now she's gonna get her license, next
That's
year.
awesome.
So, and then my second oldest birthday is tomorrow, believe it or not. So,
Happy birthday.
yes. So D. Gordon said, I live in Newfoundland, where fishing is the main work for communities, families. Do you have a knife for filleting? The blade design sounds amazing, especially in saltwater ocean areas.
I finally got to go fishing in Alaska with some of our sales guys about 3 years ago, and I saw the filleting there, and that was the first thing I said. They're filleting the fish right when they caught the salmon out of the water. Sorry about the noise. And I thought it would be really nice to make it, but I think it needs to be a different sharpness level for what they're doing. So after talking to those guys that were doing the filleting, I don't think it's probably not a great fit for us. I wish we could, but and it needs to be long, quite long from what I saw. But so not on the horizon, but not to say it can't happen.
Nice. Saki, Donald says, Saki, it is cool to see such passion for a product, especially when it really does lower the injuries.
Yes.
And again, that's the, for us safety professionals, that's what we're trying to do is be at the forefront and prevent them as quick as possible before they turn into injuries. So, again, like Jarrod, that forward thinking and that, that blade buyback type stuff is key to a great product like you guys have.
I was going to talk about real quick about.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about. I heard the word cost a little bit, right? And the one thing you got to do is remember is that you can go get yourself a $4 knife. It rusts, it breaks, and it's sharp. You can also get with that $4 knife a $40,000 medical bill, right? So it's $44,004 for that, right?
Yes.
So just remember, safety has a cost. Now the slice blades are a little bit more expensive, but it's the value of the product. It's you get what you buy, right? You get it all. You don't buy another gimmick. The other thing I found is so I met you guys a year and a half ago, year. I still have the same tool in my pocket that I've used to cut with since then. Do I have to apply a little bit more pressure? sure. But I can tell you right now, if it was a metal blade, it would be rusted or broke. It's just what happened. So I just wanted folks think about that, because I know there's safety managers out there thinking about that, and we have to talk about some of the nuts and bolts of this stuff. Because I think one of the first questions I heard asked to Saki when we met is, how much is that, and can I get that for $4 in Home Depot? Well, no. Or I'd be selling you a $4 knife. So just remember that, folks out there thinking about it.
Right. I have people, in trade shows that I meet, and people come back with like mini cutters, and I've been using this for 8 years. 8 years?
Wow.
I wasn't even there in Slice. I mean, 8 years. Well, you need a new one, maybe, but it's still working. So.
Swap it out for the new model. That's good. That's good business right there. Alan said virtual convention and invite customer to do that. Customer that do not have the Slice product yet with incentives to buy. That's a good idea. Jesus said happy birthday to the second one. Thank you, brother. Greatly appreciate it. And B and Mr. Robert Gonzalez, he said going to look into this product. They cut drywall every day for fire and water damage. So, little backstory on Mr. Robert Gonzalez. Met him through my daughter's playing softball. He is a great UIC umpire. That Blue, as we call him in softball, but we became very, very good friends, and to this day we still talk, even though my daughters don't play softball anymore. But he actually works for Coit, who does the restoration, fire restoration, water restoration. So definitely glad that we can network and have this communication, and hopefully get you guys some business from Coit. Martin LaFont said, nice to hear and meet this great people. Greetings from all our staff in Pro Tech, one of the Slice distributors.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Hi.
Argentina. Bienvenidos.
I want to go down and visit.
Definitely. And then Robert Allen said, and have to replace metal blade after blade after blade. Yes, that is so true. So
hey,
Pedro, go ahead.
Can we talk a little bit about Mr. Gonzalez's comment there? Going to look more into this product. We cut drywall every day. TJ, can you talk about your experience at the site and how that experience led you into that kind of the epiphany? Because I watched it all happen. I have pictures of this all happening.
Yeah. I took videos and pictures all day long. You were kind enough to give us access to your drywallers, and we interviewed each one of them about what they like about the current knives and what they'd like to see in a Slice tool that they would use. So we really we spent hours and hours and hours with all those gentlemen that were experts in what they did. They've been doing drywall for 30 plus years. So we were learning from people that know what they want, know how to do it. So we took videos and talked to them and experimented and found out what they need. And we took all that information to make the new product. And I'm really looking forward to, there's one gentleman, I forget his name, I have it written down. I really want to get him one. I don't know if you remember the guy I was talking about, Saki, but he was so nice. And he spent a lot of time with us about how he did drywall, why he did it a certain way, why he liked the tool he liked, and what he'd like to see in a new tool, the safety features, but still achieve all the things that he liked. So we took all that information with our engineers and our industrial designer, Scott, and Joe, our engineer, and we put together, and Josh, our other engineer, put together the products based on that. And so, yeah, that was invaluable. We wouldn't have a product still if that day didn't happen. So thank you for putting that together.
Yeah, you absolutely. That, first of all, that was an opportunity, doors open for all of us. So it was all of everybody's hard work and passion for safety that did that. But I just really want to hit on a point about the drywall knife. Is the gentleman, the few drywallers we had, there was maybe actually about 10 of them. They're all kind of surrounding, and they were showing literally how they like a thinner front and a thicker back. They don't like the way it feels here. I've been using this one for 30 years because you can't get it this, and so they were taking measurements. We want the blade to come out 1/8 of an inch more than it does so that we can hold it without
score,
to the tip like they normally do. And so, I mean, the product was designed by drywallers. That's by drywallers in the trade who at the very end said, I would buy that product if you did it that way. And so, we got to get it out to Mr. Gonzalez and his team, to go for it, man.
Definitely.
I remember they had like magnets inside to, make the
Prevent the
blade
blades
doesn't
from
move.
rattling. Yeah, the metal blades. Yeah.
I remember.
That's a good point. Designed by drywallers for drywallers. That's a really good point.
It was designed by drywallers.
Yeah.
The other creepy thing about these blades is holding them, man. What the? You won't do that with razors. Remember the day you guys came out, Saki? I had it all out there, and I had gloves that people had before COVID, right? You had to put your glove on, and Saki's over here like, and I'm like looking at her like, and then finally you just get so comfortable, and you're like, wow, you just, I mean, I'm not even nervous. It's just that safe,
Yeah. At first, I remember you were asking me, well, Saki, you have to put your cutting gloves on. Well, but Jarrod, when I do presentation here, it's better without the gloves. It doesn't make sense. I know. Right. Sleeves too, right.
Because I'm thinking, engineering, hierarchy control plus PPE, the bottom control mixed into one. So, but here's a good point with that. That's back to what I was thinking. Having the right glove on, then putting cut resistant sleeves on, and then adding an engineered product in your hand, it's very difficult to get cut at that point. Yeah. So remember that there's more levels to the safety of this product that you can add, right? Enhance. So
here, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hit
you. That's right.
No, that's definitely good. So where are you traveling, Mr. TJ? And again, people that are watching us live, they see you're at the airport, and we hear the background. So where are you traveling to? Look at that. It's dead. Oh my goodness.
What airport?
You're muted.
Oops, sorry. I'm just going to visit some friends that I haven't seen in a while. They invited me down to LA. So
nice.
It's the first time I've really traveled, but there's nobody in the airport, so it seems like a pretty safe place actually. And I have my mask.
Nice. Good. No, and see, Mr. Donald said cutting Durarock is dangerous with the amount of pressure needed to make the cut. Metal blades tend to dig in into the straight edges, causing the blade to jump. And he's seen this numerous times and numerous hand injuries in that situation. Miss Alejandra Spalding, TJ, are you coming to Miami?
Yay! Alejandra.
One of these days.
Nice.
He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, and again, it's good. And those that are just tuning in, if you've been with us, if you're just getting here, we are here with Mr. TJ and Miss Saki from Slice. We have been talking for a good hour now. So
yeah.
And I know, Mr. TJ, you are traveling and you're, probably going to go get a little bit of R&R, so we won't keep you too much longer. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
You mean it.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate the opportunity, and this is really nice to see all of you. And I hope we can do it again at some point. Hope we're going to see you in
Yes, sir.
person. I'd like to come
Yeah,
to both of your
definitely.
sites as soon as we can.
Keep
Yeah,
smiling.
we'll make it happen.
Awesome.
Good
yes.
guy.
All righty, safe travels.
All right, thank you guys very much. I'll talk to you all soon.
All righty.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Jarrod,
Thank you so much.
I want your jacket, Jarrod. I like that.
Hey, Amazon. I'll send you a link. I got your number.
Thank you guys. Have a great evening.
Alrighty.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye. All right. So, and
Awesome.
Saki left too. So, again,
She rolled.
Jarrod, she said, bye. TJ's not here. I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. No, and again, thank everybody for tuning in. Let's thank our Argentina distributor. Let me see. Just brought Slice to Toyota and many more. That's awesome. Mr. Donald said, great show. Thank you. Other said, great time and great tools. Again, thank you. Jarrod, thank you for, bringing that together and putting that on. Again, hopefully some people end up, going to check out Slice and their products and get them, on their sales floor, in their stock rooms. Great show, my brothers in arms. Hoorah. So he was in the service as well. He was a Marine.
Poor guy.
Yeah. No,
Love you, dude.
Yeah. Love you, Robert. Greatly appreciate you tuning in, brother. Jesus, trade the jacket in for some more Slice products.
Dude, what's up? This jacket? This is a nice jacket, dude.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. D. Gordon said, thanks for the Slice show. Not a problem. Thank you. So
It was
again,
cutting edge.
it was cutting edge. Exactly. It's what we like to do around here. Those that have been tuning into the radio station, I greatly appreciate it. Remember, ask yourself that one question. What is your X factor? Till next time, I'll see you later.
Peace.
Okay. So everybody that here still live, couple minutes. We've been going an hour. So thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate everybody that came. The Facebook likes, Siobhan Colleen, Tim Jones, D. Gordon, Martin LaFont, being Robert Gonzalez. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. Everybody that was in the chats, I greatly appreciate it. Donald Kramer said, go Navy. Jesus, peace out. Stay safe, everybody. And again, tomorrow I will not be here, but I will be live on Siobhan Colleen's live stream, the Industry Explorers. We'll be talking about transferable skills. Pardon my tongue twister there. But it definitely is going to be something interesting because a lot of the transferable skills that we've been talking about on a couple fireside chats and discussions here will go hand in hand to that. So, again, go check her out. If you have not yet followed her, I suggest you go follow her. She's on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube. So until next time, I greatly appreciate everybody. Have a safe evening. Remember, what is your X factor? Bye-bye.